Caution after 2 laps. Kurt Busch at the 41 goes around in turn 4.
Introducing the new 2018 Ford F-150 with best-in-class towing, best-in-class payload, and best-in-class torque. The F-150 lineup has the capability, and things just got bigger. F-150 is now Motor Trend's 2018 Truck of the Year. This is the new 2018 Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, Pat. It is the bar.
It's the Memorial Day sale at 8.
The best time to buy a grill from our exclusive lineup of premium brands.
Right now, get free assembly, free delivery, and free fuel on our top grill brands, $3.99 and up.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
No one agrees on the best. Everyone agrees on the 2 best. One's the miracle of human genetics. One's a god. One controls the game. One finishes it. King Kong versus Godzilla. Does it matter who wins?
Bigger doesn't mean stronger. Don't be defined by a weight class. Introducing the all-new Terrain, the compact SUV from GMC. Mighty like a pro. The all-new Terrain. Get 3,000 purchase allowance on a 2018 GMC Terrain when you finance through GM Financial. Visit your volunteer GMC dealers.
It's time to upgrade. And now, it's even easier at Nissan's Tech for All sales event. Get 0% financing on every model, including Rogue with Pro Pilot Assist. Experience Nissan's newest lane centering technology.
Get here today for 0% financing for 60 months on every model, or save up to $12,190 on select models.
But hurry, this event ends soon.
Green flag at the end of the first caution period. Stenhouse, Harvick, Kenseth, Blaney up front. Alex Bowman and A.J. Allmendinger have climbed up to the 7th row after starting out back, transferring from the open. They're headed for the front.
Like the best car I saw in practice, the guy ran the fastest lap time in practice. That 4 car, Kevin Harvick, and he gets a little shove here. That's Warrior that's getting the shove, but Harvick gets out front. It's going to be hard to pass.
Jamie?
Yeah, I'm talking about the 4. I talked to Rodney Childers today, and, walking around the garage, I didn't hear a single crew chief or driver say they liked their car, except for the 4. They said they were stupid, fast, and maybe a little bit of tight side, but that's it. That car has been good.
Well, right now, stupid fast. Now they're getting it, I can tell you that. He's gapped everybody behind him by a good bit, and that's what I saw in practice, too.
But what we saw in the open is that one car by itself can close that gap on the leader.
Especially if you see them get a big run off the top, down the back straightaway, down the front straightaway, and get a little bit of help from behind. We can see some big runs materializing.
We're going to see a lot of 3 wide tonight.
I think most of these guys know, Mike, in order to take advantage of the draft, you got to get all these guys you can while we're bunched up like this, because if they ever get single file, it makes it very difficult to pass.
Here comes one of those runs. Oh, the 11 car tried to squeeze inside of Matt Kenseth. Almost 4 wide.
One outside. Welcome back, man.
And Clint Boyer almost got a bumper full of Alex Bowman, trying to get past on the high side there. See that Kurt Busch has repaired his car. Back out there and running in the pack.
We had Dan on our pre-race show, and he was, I won't say he was real confident, though, that he was going to have a great car tonight, even though he started on the pole.
Truex and Johnson coming to the front.
And you can see momentum means so much. Truex went to the inside of Stenhouse, slowed his momentum down. That allowed Jimmy Johnson to get a big turn off the top and almost get clear of the 17 of Stenhouse. But now Jimmy's stuck on the low side in that outside line. Look who's already come to the front. A.J. Allmendinger.
That car is bad fast, I'm just telling you.
Where did he come from?
From the back.
Started 14th.
Restarted 14th.
Yeah, he started out back.
That's right.
He's loving that high line. He really gets a lot of momentum off that high side.
Well, remember, those guys are open to make some adjustments, so he was already bad fast in the open. Then give him a few adjustments after that open. He's even better now, I think he was. Look at, he's going to make a run to the outside of Stenhouse.
Rarely does anybody get to do that.
I think they all know that 47 is fast. I think I'll just get out of his way right now.
And Joe, look, Joey Logano in the pre-race, he said, I think the 47 is the guy to beat, and he's following him to the front.
Larry, the cars that transferred from the open, what adjustments were they allowed to make?
Yeah, those 4 teams, Mike, they were able to make adjustments to the wedge boats as far as the track bar, shims, and Packers travel limiters. They definitely could make adjustments to those cars based on the open race.
Yeah. And these other guys, Larry, they haven't made any adjustments since they went through inspection.
And what I like about the speeds that the cars are running, Mike, is you can race each other hard, you can bump each other a little bit, and they're not going so fast they lose control. Move around a little bit, but stay under control.
Kyle Larson up to 10th place, Vince.
Well, remember, we told you he was going to start 16th, and the big question is how quickly he could get to the front. Crew Chief Chad Johnston told me we want to run around the bottom, down around the white. If we can get our left side tires underneath the white line, that's where we are best, and that's where the 42 has been running as he's moved from deep in the pack up inside the top 10.
There's just so much speed. When you can get that high line and come off of the corner, you can just carry so much speed. It really makes that straightaway go back quick.
4 stages in this race, 30, 20, 20, and 10 green flag laps. Now here's Joey Logano, has come to 3rd, the head of a 4-car line here, Matt.
Mike, when you go to Daytona and Talladega, the one trend you see, the different teams of car mates working only with themselves. Typically, that's the game plan going in. Joey Logano told me, don't expect to see that here at Charlotte, even though there was restrictor plate racing, because they just have no idea what to expect. So it's basically every man for himself.
Ford, Toyota, Ford, Chevrolet, the front 4. Our biggest mover right now, Chase Elliott, up to 8th. After starting out back, winning the fan vote. It's a little bump for Brad.
His car looked really strong to the corners in the open.
Work it, Brad. Work it. There.
I just think, Mike, what it takes is help. You got to have somebody go with you. Somebody to help you. Just give you a little push. That's all you need, a little shove.
Halfway through stage 1, Kevin Harvick leads Martin Truex by 0.3 of a second. We'll take you Fox side by side.
Toyota. Let's go places. Tim shares his jacket.
Don thinks he's kinda nice.
Danny shares with Beth.
On a beach in paradise.
Robert shares his dance moves.
Finn, he shares his spin.
Victor shares with Emily.
But she's more into Quinn.
Kevin shares a song and the spotlight with Colleen.
Nick shares with Finn's sister, this DJ who's 19.
Deja shares with Curtis.
After her curfew.
But sharing's always better when I share a Coke with you.
Memorial Day weekend is a time for remembrance and honor. And this Memorial Day weekend, we'll salute our troops like no one else. At the Coca-Cola 600, Sunday, May 27th. The most patriotic day in racing starts with an amazing pre-race concert by country superstars the Eli Young Band. Another line in the storied history of America's home for racing, Charlotte Motor Speedway. The Coca-Cola 600, Sunday, Memorial Day weekend in Charlotte. There's nothing like it.
They say, in New York, two skyscraping beasts
send balls screaming through the air like an F-18. In LA, one opens the heavens with his bat, while the other is dominating like the Bay. Next Saturday at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on Fox. Check local listings.
What is a trophy, gentlemen?
It's why we're here.
Good. It's time to race.
Fourth place, Joey Logano, A.J. Allmendinger, about 0.8 of a second behind leader Kevin Harvick.
Mike, we just can't say enough about A.J. Allmendinger in his 47 car. He is rim riding. I mean, he is riding that wall. He started in the back, and he's all the way up to fifth.
I'll tell you who's coming to the front right now. The last few laps, he has been blinding faster on the bottom. 18 of Kyle Busch, going by second place, Mark Truex Jr. right now. Boy, he had him cleared. He had him cleared. He was too nice.
Maybe not. Ooh.
Wow, that was a squeeze play.
Those two yellow cards that almost became one.
Oh, and Joey almost collide.
How did he get through there? Oh, my gosh.
And look at this run.
I thought he was riding that wall. He's up on it that time.
Jimmy Johnson going after Penske teammates, Logano and Blaney. That's 2 passes tonight. I can believe A.J. Allmendinger made him. I can't believe he got away with them.
I'm not saying.
Not sure if there's any damage.
Look at Allmendinger up against that wall. I mean, that's incredible.
Watch the 88. Casey Kane squeezes it.
Oh, hello.
And the 95. Kane's car with a tribute to the paint scheme when he won the All-Star race.
Now, when this package, definitely one thing you see is you get some big runs, and so he was really stalling out. Casey Kane was as he jumped up there, and boy, there's just such a closing rate that Alex Bowman had nowhere to go.
He said, well, that's a bumper, and I think I'll bump it.
We'll remind you, this year's All-Star race is gimmick-free. No mandatory pit stops. No inverting the field between stages. No preferred positioning for stage winners. This is straight up 30, 20, 20, and then 10 green flag laps to decide it.
Boy, when you think of an all-star race, you think of all-stars, those top 3. I think they've won, what, 9 of 10 or 12 races this year?
9 out of 12.
Yeah, Harvick's won 5 of them.
Here's Kyle Busch's radio.
Yeah, something about the 78. I don't know if he's unhappy with the 78 or he thinks they need to work more together, or maybe he thinks the 78 on the 85.
He says, I've run him down twice. Well, okay.
So what? Can you pass him?
It's an all-star race. You don't let nobody pass nobody.
That's right.
That's what I was going to say, Larry Mack.
5 to go in stage 1.
Man, it's going by in a hurry.
Hey, no points, no problem.
Wow.
Kyle trying the bottom again.
Trying to get on that bottom and see if he can get underneath it. Mark Truex Jr., but just can't make the pass, can't clear him.
Yeah, I really think if he could just get his nose to that left rear side draft, but look at the momentum loss by Kyle Busch by trying to make that bottom move, and A.J. Allmendinger gets a big run. But I really think if the 18 of Kyle Busch could just get a lit, here he goes right here, he might quite get doesn't quite get there. If he can get to that left rear, I believe he can pull back at the 78 and complete the pass.
Yeah, coming off the bottom like that, binds him up, slows him down.
Meanwhile, ding, 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 ding. Dinger. Right there.
I'm telling you.
He is working that high line.
It's A.J. Wallbanger right now. He's up there and getting it. That's what Junior Johnson always said. Get up there and get that wall.
Well, after winning the Open, he said they told him either win it or just bring back the steering wheel.
Well, for A.J., it's fun to have a car that can run up front, and he's got a shot at winning some stuff. And we're talking about him tonight. I know that's got to be big for him and that team.
I mean, I know this is a short race. This is the all-star race, but right now, you know, A.J., you get him in a position in the final 10 laps of this race, and I'm telling you, he can win $1 million.
2 to go. Pit road is closed.
Mike, $1 million means, it means a lot to everybody in this field. But you take a guy like A.J. Allmendinger, it might even mean double to him.
Up front, a familiar story. Can anybody catch Kevin Harvick? Stray raindrop or two on the lens as they come to 1 to go.
Coming to the green checker.
Three-car battle for second.
You just take a driver like Kevin Harvick, a mastermind like Rodney Childers, you give them a car like they've got right now, I don't know how you're going to beat them. I don't care where we go or what we do. They're just so good.
Well, add all the confidence that team has from the wins that they've had already this year.
And here he comes off turn number 4. Kevin Harvick's going to win stage 1. But the story of the stage is A.J. Allmendinger. Bold moves and a brash run to the front puts him 4th behind Harvick, Truex, and Kyle Busch. Shocker of the night. Not. Kevin Harvick wins stage 1.
So you guys have recently started dating? Yeah. Cool. I want to show you guys 3 Chevy SUVs. The first one is called the Trax. Great for when you move in together. And this is the Chevy Equinox. Perfect for when you 2 have your first kid.
Give me some time.
Okay. This is the Traverse. For when you have your 5 kids, 2 dogs, and 1 cat.
Oh.
5?
It's the Chevy Memorial Day sales event. Get an additional $750 on these select models. That's on top of most other offers. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
People are taking steps to fight type 2 diabetes with fitness, food, and Farxiga, the pill that starts with F. Farxiga, along with diet and exercise, helps lower A1C in adults with type 2 diabetes. It's 1 pill a day, and although it's not a weight loss drug, it may help you lose weight.
Do not take if allergic to Farxiga. If you experience symptoms of a serious allergic reaction such as rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing, stop taking and seek medical help right away. Do not take Farxiga if you have severe kidney problems, are on dialysis, or have bladder cancer. Tell your doctor right away if you have blood or red color in your urine, or pain while you urinate. Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including dehydration, genital yeast infections in women and men, serious urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, and kidney problems. Stop taking Farxiga and call your doctor right away if you have signs of ketoacidosis, which is serious and may lead to death.
Fighting type 2 diabetes? Ask your doctor about the pill that starts with F, and visit Farxiga.com. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
McDonald's new fresh beef quarter pounder has left Jimmy speechless. So here's Charles Barkley to speak for him.
How they make a burger this terrific? 4 words. Cook when you order. That's right. They don't cook it until Little Jimmy tells them to. Little Jimmy doesn't see cheese that melty on a burger every day. And boy, is it juicy. Number 1, right? Shh, Little Jimmy, don't talk with your mouth full. Sounds terrible.
The new, hotter, juicier fresh beef quarter pounder burgers. So good, they'll leave you speechless.
Hello, friends.
I'm back.
That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
This is gonna be fun.
I want some more.
Daddy's got this. Grab a limited edition Deadpool 2 Mutant Super Soda in stores now and see Deadpool 2 rated R in theaters Friday.
Welcome back to the 2018 Monster Energy NASCAR All-Star Race from Charlotte. End of stage 1. Kurt Busch gets the free pass and gets back on the lead lap. What will they do?
Yeah, Mike, I mean, that was 30 hard laps, and I just think you start thinking about moving forward in this race. I would be surprised to see some strategy, but my call would be let's come get 4 fresh Goodyear tires and some adjustments if you need them.
Pit road is open. Everybody's in. Jamie.
Kevin Harvick in the 4 said he wasn't tight at all that run, but he did start getting loose into 3 the last 10 laps. It'll be a 4-tire stop for him. The 18 of Kyle Busch, he told his team he thinks they're better than the 4. He needs those front tires to hang on just a little bit longer. A 4-tire stop here, Matt.
And Martin Truex Jr. trying to back up his championship with an all-star victory. Clean tear-off off the windshield. John Leslie, the front changer, and Lee Cunningham in the back going to work. The car just too tight at the 2/3 mark, but Martin said it's much worse off turn 4 than it is turn 2. He's away.
Kyle Busch is going to win the race off pit road.
Boy, Harvick coming, he took a beating on that pit stop.
Woo! 4 spots. So Kyle Busch to the front on pit stops, but stage 1 goes to the closer, Kevin Harvick.
Like the pine trees lining the winding road, I've got a name, I've got a day, and I carry it with me.
Okay.
But I'm living the dream Daddy kept taking. Moving me down the highway.
Those who live up to their names make one for themselves. Goodyear, more driven.
I'm sorry, Jim.
Applebee's new, bigger, bolder grill combos. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
So Dave here is taking the family up to the lake for the weekend, but without the white knuckles this time. Because his new 2018 Ford F-150 has Bliss with trailer coverage. It's Brainiac smart. Not only does it watch your F-150's blind spots, it's got your trailer covered too. Just another reason why Ford F-Series is America's best-selling truck for 41 straight years. This is the new 2018 Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
This is not a game. Or part-time in your uncle's shop. And it's bigger than any Little League trophy. It's nothing like fireworks on the 4th of July, 2-a-days with your varsity football team, or the first time you stayed out all night. Out here, it's not where the sea takes you, but who it makes you. Start your journey at Navy.com.
Go get him. McDonald's new fresh beef quarter pounders left Nathan speechless. So here's John Goodman to speak for him.
Hit the like button, guys.
Fresh beef. Yeah, I'm a Rooney. And the cheese is so melty, man. My mouth is like, whoa there, buddy.
Hit like button.
There's a world of flavor cooked right when ordered. Hold on tight. Speaking of ordering, how about pulling around so Big Daddy here can get one? The new
Come on, more likes.
beef quarter pounder burgers.
I'm gonna get 5 likes. Come on.
Throughout the season, Ford will be searching for the most passionate NASCAR fans to become the first ever inductees into the Ford Hall of Fans.
Hello.
To learn more, go to NASCAR.com/Ford. Stage 1 is complete, 30 laps. 20 laps coming up for stage 2. Look at this pit comparison and look at the pit stop time for Kevin Harvick's crew.
And Mike, normally we go back and review these stops and nothing just jumped out at us. It was just overall just slow.
Darrell, you wanted to see Kevin pass some cars?
He's going to have to pass some cars. Got you with it.
I think we probably need to move that wheel a little bit on the left. That left front tire is getting stuck on the front of that fender again. If that was 12 o'clock, let's say maybe 11 o'clock on the next one. I'll help remind you.
Yeah, so how he indexes the wheel, it can affect how that left front tire comes out from under that fender.
You see the piece of tape on the steering wheel, that's how you know straight ahead.
They approach the Geico restart zone with Kyle Busch electing the outside against Martin Truex. Green flag, stage 2.
Mike, the 18 to 78 for the two best cars chasing Kevin Harvick. Let's see what they can do with them out front now.
We saw in that first original start, it's all about who can push you out to the lead. We're seeing Jimmy Johnson give Martin Truex Jr. a huge shove to get the lead.
Those 4 cars on the outside look like they're coupled together.
And Truex jumped to the outside to get in front of Kyle Busch coming on the outside. Gonna leave Jimmy Johnson to hang. Here comes Larson on the outside.
That high line, I mean, up next to that wall, we saw Allmendinger do it. Now we see Kyle Larson doing it. That is the way to go.
For the lead.
Whoa, sparks are flying.
That is the first lap that Mark Truex has ever led in the All-Star race.
Yeah, keeping on to 42. Man, where did that run come from?
Go, damn it, go.
Vince?
Boy, guys, Chad Johnson, the crew chief on Kyle Larson, he knows he's not going to get many opportunities, so he took a big swing at it that time. Not only 4 tires, but also increased the stagger, air pressure.
Go, Larson,
right
damn
front,
it.
Took some wedge out, a little tape on the front end. I mean, he did a lot to change that car for the 42, and he has got it rolling where he wanted. Remember, I told you, when they're good, they think they're best if they can run to the bottom. That'll give you an indication of how good that 42 is and where he's running it on the track.
Well, he better look at his mirror because Brad Keselowski came right up to him, now battling Kevin Harvick. Matt?
Mike, the first stage, 30 laps, but stage 2 is 20. Now, Chad Knaus knows by the lap time. Jimmy started to think about 20 laps into that first stage. No changes. He told Jimmy, just go all out. The car should be there the whole stage.
For the lead, Joe Gibbs' teammates, Kyle Busch and young Daniel Suarez.
You remember when Jimmy Johnson owned this place? He's looking pretty good tonight. He's trying to take that title back.
An incredible run by Daniel Suarez. Remember, came through the open, won the stage, what was that, stage 1 or 2? Yeah, stage 2. Now he's up there battling for the lead, now going back to 5th. Losing some momentum.
Toyota's on point here tonight. Toyota top performers.
Boy, look at Larson down the inside of Kevin Harvick and everybody. He's down on that bottom and trying to go, can he squeeze in?
Trying to go,
He was about an inch from being able to jump up in front of Jimmy Johnson.
It was so close.
Go get a run after Mark Truex Jr., but didn't quite work out. His car seemed to really hold that bottom.
He got up there by running up next to the wall, but as soon as he got to the front, he went to the bottom. That Ford, I'm telling you, he can go down that back straightaway. Woo!
Look at Jimmy Johnson make a great move to the outside of Mark Truex Jr. for second.
What are you doing?
Harvick had to lift, and now he regroups on the bottom with Kyle Larson.
But I think Truex had to lift a little bit behind the 18 of Kyle Busch there, lost some momentum.
And there's Allmendinger in the 47, right in the thick of it.
These cars, when they get down on the bottom like that, when the cars are outside, it really bogs them down a little bit. That outside comes alive.
Jimmy has a run in the middle. Here comes Suarez and Allmendinger up top.
Boy, Truex is having a little issue right now. Down to 3 and 4. He's lost a few positions the last lap. Now, even more positions this lap.
I was a little bit worried about that 42. They make a lot of adjustments. That could be a short-term gain for a long-term loss. He's falling back pretty quick right here now.
Well, with a nod to Reggie Jackson, A.J. Allmendinger has been the straw that stirs the drink tonight. There's been action. He's been right in the middle of it, and you'll see it all as we go box side by side.
Memorial Day weekend is a time for remembrance and honor. And this Memorial Day weekend, we'll salute our troops like no one else. At the Coca-Cola 600, Sunday, May 27th. The most patriotic day in racing starts with an amazing pre-race concert by country superstars the Eli Young Band. Another line in the storied history of America's home for racing, Charlotte Motor Speedway. The Coca-Cola 600, Sunday, Memorial Day weekend in Charlotte. There's nothing like it.
Hey, you. Me? Yeah, you. Do you realize what's about to happen this summer? This summer, allies become rivals. Men become gods. The guy who has literally everything, all of a sudden, it becomes not enough. And Brazil, I see you, Neymar.
Hey there. Welcome to the obligatory David Beckham cameo. There he is.
So wake up, wake up!
Right.
You heard him. Get up.
I've been up.
Because this summer, beer becomes breakfast.
Right.
What?
That's all what you meant. Don't yell, I'm going live on YouTube. Not right.
Something about that guy, I'm like, because this summer, nothing else matters.
Danny, you got to paint my hair?
I get it.
I live in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Smooth citrus taste that drives us remains the same. Only Mellow Yellow. Bronze and golden, new and tasty. Cut to close up of the crispy kernel. That's the name of the sandwich because it's extra crispy like me. Get it in a $5 bill at the KFC.
Oh, A.J. Allmendinger up and in the wall as you watch from our Goodyear aerial coverage. Everything Goodyear learns, making tires for the grueling demands of NASCAR, inspires what rolls into yours. Goodyear, official tire of NASCAR.
I don't know how A.J. Allmendinger has not hit that wall before now because he has been on that thing. I'm not sure how much damage he got, but I know both right side tires, he got all the letters rubbed off of them.
Yeah,
it looks serious.
I mean, he definitely knocked in that fender a little bit, flattened it out. But I don't see a lot of smoke. Which will be okay.
What I see is up against that wall on that high side, you can get so much momentum, it really helps you. But you got to have somewhere to go with it. Here we go, what a battle.
We're going for second place. Suarez, Truex, and here comes Larson after him.
Incredibly impressed with Daniel Suarez. Look at that swap over there from the outside lane to the inside lane, the 42 of Larson as he goes by Truex.
And they touch right there.
Oh boy, Larson really just closed his door. No, he slammed the door.
Yes, he did. Vince.
Well, the 19 of Suarez, he liked his car in the open. Remember, he won stage 2. They were able to make a little bit of an adjustment before the All-Star race. The car was a little bit free in that first stage, and they just encouraged him to use the track bar, and they had a great pit stop as well. A real team effort from the 19 so far. Matt? Mirrors of the first stage. The 78, Martin Truex Jr. saying that the car gets way too tight down in turn 4, full turn 6. Really make an adjustment with your track bar adjuster. It seems to have helped. He's moved up a couple spots to third.
Now remember, this stage is only 20 laps, as is the next. Back and Allmendinger has come to pit road now, Jamie.
Yeah, and A.J. Allmendinger came on the radio and said, sorry, guys, I was just going for it. He knows what a good car he has, probably one of the best he's had all year. Pushed it, got into the wall. You saw him. He came in and got new tires there. He lost some spots on that last stop, and that got him shuffled back in traffic, guys.
So he'll go one lap down with the stop. Lead on the left, fourth place battle on the right.
But I'm starting to see a trend of is, you see this position that Mark Truex Jr. is in. He's not quite going to clear the 19, I don't believe, right here. But if he's at their right front tire at their door about halfway down the straightaway, that gives them just enough side draft of momentum as they go to the bottom lane. The next corner, they're able to clear it. He should be able to clear him going into turn 1 right here.
Oh, man, they're all over each other.
Yeah,
that was close between Truex and Suarez.
It wasn't quite there.
That got closer.
It's a heck of a battle.
This is what I'm talking about right there. You see Larson go the inside of Truex. Now he's going to clear him already before they even get to turn 1, but that's what you got to do. Break that momentum, do a little side draft, and just pull yourself ahead of them, especially if you can use that preferred bottom lane.
2 to go in stage 2 of 4.
Mike, what I love about the speed that we're running and what I love about what I'm seeing is you can do anything with these cars you want to. You can go inside, outside. You can run up in front of a guy. You're not going so fast that you're out of control.
Now, after Daniel Suarez, can you pass your teammate for the lead?
Or the question is, would you pass your teammate?
Darn right, for $1 million?
Well, yeah, what account?
What's this stage win? Big win. I think Larson's sizing them up. Truex is sizing them up.
Here they come off turn 4 to the green and white checkers. Kyle Busch, Daniel Suarez. Sweep stage 2 for Joe Gibbs Racing. Whew. Last year's All-Star winner wins stage 2. Anyone surprised?
Not yet. Not yet.
Candyman. Kyle Busch wins stage 2.
Bronze and golden new and tasty. Cut to close up of the crispy caramel. That's the name of the sandwich because it's extra crispy like me. Get it in a $5 bill at KFC.
Low carb. It's like nothing you've ever tasted before. White Claw Hard Seltzer.
Oh, there's a mouse in here.
Wednesday, June 13th, Gordon Ramsay will try to save restaurants on the verge of disaster in 24 hours.
It's for bread, not a hamster wheel.
24 hours to hell and back. Premieres Wednesday, June 13th on Fox.
Mr. Elliott, what's your Wi-Fi password?
Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi is ordinary. Basic. Do I look basic? Nope. Which is why I have Xfinity X5. It's super fast, and you can control every device in the house. Let's face it. And thanks to these X5 clouds, the signal reaches down here, too. So, Sophie, I have an X5 password. And it's Datitude.
Simple, easy, awesome. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
Someday, Daddy, I want to get married right here, in our backyard.
Monster Energy brought the action to Charlotte with their traveling smoke show. Monster's freestyle motocross team hit the pavement, brought out their entire bag of tricks, and had fun for the race fans here today. You ever want to try that?
I never ever in my whole life wanted to do that.
Well, you know what those guys say?
No.
With age comes the cage, the roll cage. That
Trust me, this wasn't my style right there. I had to have fenders, roll bars, and the cage.
We started with roll cages.
Well, guys, this could be interesting. We have to start thinking about the end of the race. We have 30 laps to go. I think we're going to have some guys pull something here. 3 guys that I'm watching closely is Kevin Harvick in the 4, Keselowski in the 2, Blaney in the 12. Possibly stay out or possibly just right side tires, just 2 tires.
Well, looks like everybody's coming, Jamie.
Well, that stage went about as perfectly as could be for the 18 of Kyle Busch. Said nothing about the handling of his car. He's just thirsty. He wants a drink here. He's led 19 laps so far. They're talking about 4 tires here in the Terrapin.
Daniel Suarez hitting from second, just needs a little more front turn, but says it's not too bad. Otherwise, 4 tires and an air pressure adjustment. Kyle Larson says it's a little bit free on entry and then snug off forward, but don't free it up anymore. Air pressure, wedge, and tape on the grill, Matt.
Josh Wesley, the front changer, lights on, loves on, he's away. Truex was on the splitter early. The car too tight. They made an air pressure adjustment on that 78.
My man Paul Wolf didn't let me down. 2 right side tires for Keselowski on the 2.
Get on out there.
Kyle Busch comes off second and Daniel Suarez third. You know, Suarez wins. This pays $19,952,800 pesos.
Introducing the new 2018 Ford F-150 with best-in-class
best-in-class towing, best-in-class payload, and best-in-class torque. The F-150 lineup has the capability to get big things to big places big time.
Put the gate up.
And things just got bigger. F-150 is now Motor Trend's 2018 truck of the year. This is the new 2018 Ford F-150.
I don't want
It
the dog
doesn't raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Pizza Hut delivers oven hot pizza straight to your front door. And right now, you can get a large 2-topping pizza for just $7.99. A crowd-pleasing deal the whole family will love. Head to pizzahut.com and order now, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Yeah, I'm done.
Some things should never change, like the crisp cold refreshment of Busch. But something should, like Mike's aim.
Mike, pass me the Busch.
Wow, good effort.
Tiger's last major win was the U.S. Open, when he showed the world what it means to be a champion. When a legend steps to the tee, anything can happen. The U.S. Open begins June 14th on Fox and FS1.
See the King 67 bonus. Experience extreme 33-degree banking. Race in our realistic racing simulators. Need we say more? Visit the NASCAR Hall of Fame this weekend. This is our sport. This is our house.
Like on our MC though?
I can't look over my shoulder. Can't ever look over my shoulder when I'm driving.
I'm not gonna lie, I forget all the time.
I always forget. Yeah, well, it makes me feel, you know, held back.
Man, nobody's gonna tell me what to do in my car.
No one tells me what to do in my truck.
There's really no good excuse for not wearing a seatbelt. Buckle up or pay the fine. It's the law.
The King. The Intimidator. Awesome Bill. Are we talking about a superhero convention or the NASCAR Hall of Fame? Visit the NASCAR Hall of Fame this weekend. This is our sport. This is our house.
Beautiful night at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Cars on track, fans in the stands. We're in the booth. And who's on the roof?
I've come up here, Mike. This is pretty amazing. The spotters are totally thinking that this place is very tough to spot out. Rick Corelli, spotter for Eric Jones, the High Plains drifter, is Rick Corelli. Is this harder to spot at Daytona Talladega? It looks crazy to me.
Oh, it's very much harder. The footprint's so much smaller. People are so much tighter together. They're running wide open. You got everybody on each other. So, I mean, just the arena's so much smaller than Daytona and Talladega. This makes everybody earn their keep. I mean, that's why everybody was up here watching the first open race, and everybody's up here learning from this.
It's really a great view. You can totally see the track perfectly. But, man, the decisions these guys are making, Mike, Daryl, Jeff, and they're making them with binoculars. And it's so crazy to watch them working back and forth. There you can see Clayton Hughes. The cars are over in turn 3. There's a lot of tension up here because they know if they misjudge it by a foot, it could cause chaos.
Love your hat, Cam. Michael? The 2018 Toyota Camry XSE leads the field up in turn number 4. Brad Keselowski with 2 tires and Kyle Busch, Ford and Toyota on the front row, begin the third of 4 stages. Here they come to the Geico restart zone. Keselowski's on it, green flag.
Truex gave such a push. I think both he and Keselowski are going to clear the 18.
Yeah, he pushed him all the way through the corner.
He's not pushing him anymore.
Nope, he dropped down here and got the 18 and in tow now.
3 Toyotas nose to tail.
You ain't go out there and get you.
Watch that 42 car up on that high line riding that wall. That could be a lot of momentum coming off the corner here. There's Harvick back in the mix. He's trying to figure out how to get back to the front.
But Harvick took advantage of Larson trying to go all the way to the high line.
Ooh, baby.
Blaney up there as well, and Logano, the Penske cars. And they pick up Keselowski at the front of the outside lane.
Watch that run and that momentum with the 2 cars. Larson gets to his rear bumper, shoots him to the front.
So far, so good for Keselowski, hanging in there with those 2 tires.
Brad Keselowski does not lead this lap. Truex does. Big push coming.
Here he is. inside.
Ooh, that was maybe too big a push. It swirled up the tube.
What I see every lap, every stage, intensity is just rising, and you can see these drivers are starting to figure out what it's going to take to get themselves in position to win this race.
What I love is how they can bang around on each other, push around on each other, cut each other off, and it really, they're going to a speed that they can control that better than I've ever seen before.
So Team Penske at the front. Brad Keselowski, who told me in this week's podcast, he talks about how he'd like NASCAR to embrace hybrids and bring electric propulsion into the mix. Modern day technology for the next generation of stock cars, perhaps. Jamie?
Well, Kevin Harvick, he's looked back quite
Go,
a bit.
Larson,
We talked
go.
about him early in this race. His car was so good. He loved the balance of it. Well, now back in traffic. He
Yes,
said, we
come
are
on.
so tight. We're not good. So he has no hope right now. They made an air pressure adjustment and four. Meanwhile,
So who y'all think's gonna win the Coke 600 next weekend? Who y'all think?
Under that last caution, he said, man, I think he's using those lessons. But I hope those lessons don't overcome the teachers. They're still battling it out up front.
Harvick was back to ninth. Now he's on the bottom, coming forward. Blaney's run got stalled just a bit there with Larson.
Truex to the lead by the 2 car. Man, that was a heck of a run. He got down the back straightaway.
Oh boy, that looks really empty going down into turn 1 right
Car
now.
wall.
95 KC.
And that'll be the second caution for contact of the night.
Damn it, Kane.
Why'd
Why'd you have to do that?
Sorry, bud. Bring him out here. We'll check it out.
Kane was running 10th. That red car on the left.
Yeah, he got in the wall. 95 got the wall a little bit.
Yeah, it looked like he went to make a run on the outside of the 19.
Car darted to the right, got in the wall. I can see all the rubber. The tires have been rubbed. See right here, he gets in the wall, bounces out in front of 88 of Bowman.
Nice commemorative graphics on Kane's car. In 06, did he win the fan vote and the All-Star race in the number 9 of Ray Evernham? That's the same style 9 on Kane's car tonight.
This track has that double dog leg, and it really straightens out right at the start-finish line. Now, he was getting a big shove from behind. He had a big run from the draft ahead of him and just tried to take that momentum wide, and the wall was right there.
Yeah, I think that was some of that aero stuff that maybe, you know, these guys are learning as they go.
And I'm sorry, that was 2008 when Kane did that. This is the 10th anniversary of his All-Star win.
Guys, I never quit trying to wonder what these guys are thinking right now. We're going to go back racing with about 10 to go in the stage and then 10 to go in the race. If you're back there and you're Jimmy Johnson, you're Alex Bowman, maybe come get 4 fresh tires now and stay out at the end of this stage. Yeah, if I'm back there, if you just follow the leader all night, that's what you're going to do is follow the leader.
Nice job by Professor McReynolds. That looks like Tom Wolfe's bow tie. And by the way, that story on Junior Johnson that he wrote, that essay that was so great, you can find that online from Esquire magazine. And boy, it's great.
I think you were right, Larry.
Jamie.
Yeah, it's interesting. These teams only have one more set of sticker tires, as Larry talked about, but the Ford, he needed help. He said they were in trouble. If they wanted any chance at winning this $1 million in this All-Star race, they needed to make an adjustment. So that is what they're doing with Kevin Harvick.
From 7th place.
But let me iterate what Jamie said right there. These cars are pitted here. This is their last set of tires. They have to stay out of the end of this next stage.
You're out here.
Under caution at lap 57, we'll take you Fox side by side.
When someone watches the news, they want someone they can trust. Our job is to cut through the talking points.
We're going to ask the tough questions because there's a lot of conventional wisdom out there that needs to be challenged. What I'm doing is making sure that whatever is developed through the day, people are fully informed from coast to coast.
We're 24/7 news, but we're really down to the minute.
So we're going to be fearless. We're going to be fair. Whether it's 4 a.m. or midnight, we're there.
You don't get no treat, dogs. Too bad.
Bronze and golden new and tasty. Cut to close-up of the crispy kernel. That's the name of the sandwich because it's extra crispy like me. Get it in a $5 fillet at KFC.
So Dave here is taking the family up to the lake for the weekend, but without the white knuckles this time. Because his new 2018 Ford F-150 has Bliss with trailer coverage. It's Brainiac smart. Not only does it watch your F-150's blind spots, it's got your trailer covered too. Just another reason why Ford F-Series is America's best-selling truck for 41 straight years. This is the new 2018 Ford F-150. It doesn't just raise the bar, pal. It is the bar.
Things can get rough out there.
Over to the back of the 24!
You think you got the brass?
I proved it last season.
That was last year. Now we've got young blood ready to take out the old. Start your engines. It's time to race.
Welcome back to the 2018 Monster Energy NASCAR All-Star Race. Concord, North Carolina, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Lights are out on the safety car. Keselowski on the inside of Martin Truex. Toyota and Ford. Chevy Toyota in row 2, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch. Ford Toyota in row 3, Blaney and Suarez. Ford Toyota in row 4, Logano, Hamlin. Johnson and McMurray and Chevrolets round out the top 10. Everybody's back on the lead lap but Casey Kane as we go back to green.
Mike, now's where we see strategy come into play. Some guys pitted, some guys stayed out. What's going to happen when the stage ends? That's going to be the difference.
Keselowski with a little help from Kyle Larson. Breaks away by a car length.
Got a heck of a shot off turn 2 there with Larson pushing him right up in front of Truex. Truex in the 18 car, they're pretty darn good.
And yeah, here comes Truex to the outside of the 2.
Go, Larson. Go.
The 78
Come on.
car is pretty strong here.
Yeah, his car's handling really well and it's fast.
Looks like that car he led 392 laps over here a couple of years ago into 600.
What? Look at the 19 of Suarez to the outside of his teammate Kyle Busch.
Whoa there
It's
now.
going to open up that door for the 42 to slide in between Truex and Suarez.
Kyle Busch not going to like that. Ooh,
Come on, Larson. Come on.
Good job.
Come on. Go.
Keselowski on the bottom. Matt?
A lot of debate about which lane to choose for that restart. They felt like the top was a safer bet. He'd be able to go down and side draft if he needed.
Come on.
With the car behind him, the 18
Come on, damn it.
to
I know you can.
Truex
Go.
to stick his hand out the window when he was ready to go for him to try to give a push because that blade is so big he just can't see the hand through the back window.
Yeah, we saw in practice Friday that a bunch of guys changed their mirrors
Damn
so
it,
they
go.
could see over that rear spoiler. It's so big.
Kyle Busch to the bottom. And back in line. 8 to go in stage 3.
I think what everybody's learned, Mike, is that you got to run that high line and get that momentum if you're going to make a pass.
Come
If
on.
you get on the bottom, it just bogs you
Come
down.
on.
You can't go anywhere.
Yeah, but if you leave that door open for somebody like a Larson making a big run, they can shortcut that part of the racetrack and clear you and make that move for the lead.
Come on,
7
Larson.
to go in
Get the
stage
shot
3.
and pass him.
How about a quick word from Duracell?
This is #1 trusted brand.
Third place is the race. Suarez outside Joey Logano, bringing Kyle Busch with him.
Or he's going to jump up.
Logano, go.
In front of his teammate,
Go, Logano.
Keselowski.
Larson, go, damn it, go.
See Denny Hamlin right behind this group. Ryan Blaney just made quite a bit of contact. Bottom of your screen, right there.
Yeah, you can see the left rear corner of that bumper on the 12 car is going to have a little damage. Wow, look at this big
Oh,
run
boy.
on the 18.
Oh, boy. Here we go. That 42 car is trying everything he can.
Come on, Larson, go. Go! Damn it!
Kyle Busch lose a little momentum.
Fuck.
A little bit loose there off of turn 4 as he was inside some of those other cars. And look, he's going to lose 2 spots because of it.
Harvick 3 wide, threads the knee.
Go!
Makes it work right behind this group. And now comes to the outside chasing. Now he's to the inside. Keselowski outside.
No, Logano. No.
Harvick coming into the picture back here with those 4 fresh tires.
Boy, that run stalled out.
Logano. You better back the hell up.
To that second group.
Larson. Get him, Larson. Get him. Come on. Come on. Yes.
When you get out of line or when you have to get
Come
out
on,
of the
Larson.
gas, you lose
Come
so
on.
much momentum, and you guys have used that
Come on,
word
Kyle
so many times
Larson.
tonight, and it is so true. The momentum is key.
I know you
Larson
can,
get
so
a
do
good
it.
run, but he just doesn't feel like he's as fast as the 78. I thought it was interesting. The spotter for the 19, Chris Osborne, to Daniel Suarez said, the 42 won't be patient for long. Hang with him.
He was right.
Good point. I love the way he just falls right behind the 78. I mean, clears him by inches to get back behind him.
Well, Kyle Busch and Kevin Harvick were factors early in this race, but now they have fallen into the second pack. This is 5th through 8th here.
And just remember that strategy play on the 4 of Kevin Harvick. Pretty sure he
Larson,
will not be
go.
coming in.
Come
when
on.
This stage is over.
Yeah, as Larry said, they're out of tires.
Come on,
Battle
Larson.
here for second place between Suarez, Larson, and Logano is looking on, hoping to make the
Come
move
on.
here.
2 laps to go. Pits are closed.
Watch out. We're seeing right here, the side
Let's get
drive
in
is
here.
not near as
Yeah.
effective as what we see at
Yeah.
Talladega.
Put your skate up. They don't get thrown behind.
Hush! Fuck.
Right side of the bumper.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know if anybody got into it or not. I looked and he was just spinning. I don't know if something happened to the car, but he just started spinning.
He was running in 9th place. And this will set up an overtime to end stage 3.
See if we can see what happened to the 88 car here. Down the middle of 1 and 2. Car just gets a little bit loose and then around she goes.
Well, I don't know. I wonder if that was a tire. It's just odd that it got loose where it did, and then it continued around once he corrected it.
Looked a lot like what happened to Kurt Busch in the beginning of this race. Car got loose and just kept coming around.
Yeah, I would have thought if it wasn't a tire.
They all look up.
Looked up.
I think he just lost it.
They're not up now. See the right front.
Up into the wall.
So that is the 3rd caution for contact. Alex Bowman versus the wall. The wall won.
That'll happen, Mike.
Well, boys,
Right now, if I'm Jimmy Johnson back there in that 48 car, pit road's open. You come get those 4 tires now. You're sitting back there in 13th because
Larson,
you gotta come
you better
in.
not
I
pit.
think they're
You
all
better
coming.
not.
Well, at least most of the leaders.
they don't all. And
Good.
wow, split decision right there.
Good.
It's most of the drivers that didn't pit the last time, Jamie.
And Kyle Busch in the 18 getting tighter the farther back in traffic he gets. So he needs a little help there. A 4-tire stop for the 18, Matt.
That fresh air certainly helped Martin Truex figure the car balance-wise much better. It wasn't tight as bad down in turn 4 as it was. Solid stop for these guys. The 14 of Boyer passing by. Luck's going on, and he's away. They used up their last set of stickers.
Come on.
Now watch the split decision here at the entry of pit road, whether to come now or whether to come after the 2-lap shootout to end the stage.
This is when I thought they were all coming in. See a couple others peel off.
Yeah. Suarez right at the very last second.
Guys, the bed has been made for Kyle Larson, Daniel Suarez, Denny Hamlin, and Ryan Blaney. They can't pit at the end of the stage. They have to stay out.
Here's the 19.
We're going to beat, man, but then it's only 42. Yes, stay out. Yeah, I think it's the right thing. We'll find out, obviously, but I think it's the right thing here.
So they will likely come in at the end of this stage.
Well, I don't know. I think they have to stay out.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
If you
They've already
pit,
been.
you just threw your deposit ticket away for $1 million.
A wonderful all-star night in Charlotte, and we've got 10 spine-tingling laps to go, plus this shootout.
I've always been about what's next. I'm still giving it my best, even though I live with a higher risk of stroke due to AFib, not caused by a heart valve problem. So if there's a better treatment than warfarin, I'm up for that. Eliquis. Eliquis is proven to reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, plus has significantly less major bleeding than warfarin. Eliquis is FDA approved and has both. So what's next? Seeing these guys.
Don't stop taking Eliquis unless your doctor tells you to, as stopping increases your risk of having a stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking Eliquis, you bruise more easily, and it may take longer than usual for any bleeding to stop. Seek immediate medical care for sudden signs of bleeding, like unusual bruising. Eliquis may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
Eliquis, the #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner. Ask your doctor. Eliquis is what's next for you.
Tim shares his jacket.
Don't think he's kinda nice.
Danny shares with Beth.
On a beach in paradise.
Robert shares his dance moves.
Then he shares his friends.
Victor shares with Emily.
But she's more into Quinn.
Kevin shares a song and the spotlight with Colleen.
Nick shares with Finn's sister, the DJ who's 19.
Deja shares with Curtis.
After her curfew.
Cause sharing's always better when I share a Coke with you.
Pizza Hut delivers oven hot pizza straight to your front door. And right now, you can get a large 2-topping pizza for just $7.99. A crowd-pleasing deal the whole family will love. Head to pizzahut.com and order now, because no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Some things should never change, like the crisp, cold refreshment of Busch. But something should, like Mike's aim.
Mike, pass me a Busch. Wow.
Good effort.
Got legs of lumber and arms of steel, reachable hammers and every steel. We can hold your house in the palm of his hand. Squeeze your home and the home man. Take Jim, got you covered. Great big Jim, there ain't no other.
So, this is covered, right?
Yes, ma'am. Take care of it for you right now.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Jamie. We need some help.
Buckle up, race fans, because it's time for an ice-cold show. And Cup drivers never disappoint under the lights. 600 miles of super speedway action is coming your way. Tune into FS1 for the Coca-Cola 600.
That'll be next Sunday, right here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. But first, the pressing business is the 2-lap overtime to end segment 3, stage 3, and then the 10-lap shootout to end the All-Star race, when only green flag laps count, and the winner must take the checkered flag under green.
This might get a little touchy here. This might get a little wild and a little bit crazy here.
Got a little touchy for Jimmy Johnson speeding on that pit stop. Started to tail in the field.
Uh-oh. Now, being in the back may not be all that bad right now. You know, we got a little, 2-lap shootout here.
So the first 4 cars, Larson, Suarez, Hamlin, and Blaney, pitted at lap 51. The next 5 cars pitted at lap 57, and everyone else from Clint Boyer on back was just in. Alex Bowman to the garage, and Casey Kane 3 laps down.
I like that when you said just in. It's like a news alert.
It's just in?
It's just in.
So our first car that has fresher tires, Kevin Harvick, right? Then we just saw some other cars a little bit further back, like Truex and Kyle Busch, have absolutely fresh tires right now. So I'm really anxious to see what Kevin Harvick can do from that 5th position.
So this is
here we go.
Normal NASCAR overtime rules. Green, white, checker.
Come on.
If the leader takes the white under green, the next flag will end the stage.
Come on.
Larson,
Here we go.
Suarez, Chevy, Toyota on the front row. Green, green, green.
Go, Larson. Go. Go. What? Truex. I mean, no. Suarez.
Getting a nice push from his teammate, Denny Hamlin. pushing right to the lead.
Damn it. Come on, Larson. Push Larson. Push him. Here he comes. Oh, whoa, whoa, shit.
No. Goes Kurt Busch and Truex and more. Boyer
Clint,
all torn up.
Truex, Busch.
Keselowski.
Damn.
Mercy. Oh, overtime.
That's a fucking big
we
one.
know
Damn.
it's getting closer to those $1 million in that last lap.
Well, how many rows of 4 wide can you fit in turn 3?
It just, the intensity picks up and you just stop giving and start taking.
He's out.
Like a cubby of quails going off
He's
in there.
smoking.
It'll take you a lot of replays to figure out how this started. We know how it ended.
Oh my gosh.
Boyer to the
Okay.
garage already.
Look at this. Here we go. 4 wide.
How crazy is that? We're talking about 4 wide at Charlotte in the All-Star race.
Still 4 wide.
Yeah,
Then Stenhouse gets into 78, 78 gets into 14, and it's on from
like
there.
I said, no give. You know, there's just at this moment when you start to get down to this part of the race, nobody gives an inch.
Want to ride with Martin Truex? I would say not really, but let's.
Your 4 rod. Still 3. All the way now. 17 to 5. Inside.
I mean, there may have been 6 inches that he could have moved to the right, but other than that, there's really not much Martin Truex Jr. could have done to the right.
You know what? The best speeding penalty someone could have gotten lately may just gone to the 48 car on that last go-around because he was so far back he didn't even get in.
So 17 into 78 into 14 into the 3 into the 41 into the 18 into the 2. Easier to tell you who was not involved.
Keep it on, keep it on.
Gonna ride along with our Fox Visor cam. Kurt Busch.
One now. Very top of the 48. Top of 3.
He's out too.
See the gas. Go. Right in front of it. Coming to you.
Boy, it's a helpless feeling. You're Kurt Busch. You're wide open, right on the outside. You see a clear view ahead of you, and all of a sudden it just closes up, starts to slam you into the outside wall.
2 outside. 2 outside. 1 outside. Keep them clear. Keep them along. Get by these guys. Outside.
Somewhere back there, Jamie McMurray in the 1 made an incredible bottom-to-top move to get through this pretty much unscathed.
Mike, I know the race paid $1 million to win, but we probably just saw $500,000 worth of cars torn up right there at one time.
Yes, Kurt Busch has gone to the garage. So has Martin Truex and Clint Boyer. They are dragging away Brad Keselowski's car from pit road to the garage. There's a list of who is involved. Now watch the 1 of Jamie McMurray. He's going to be the black car right at the bottom of your screen. Goes low to miss that cluster of cars.
Just barely missed it.
Then I thought I saw him move to the outside to get past the next one. Now Kyle Busch didn't receive as much damage as others. They're going to try to get him fixed and back out there.
This car might look good before this rest of this race is over with. Might not look that bad.
I've heard this race described many different ways. One hot night.
Yeah.
It's getting ready to become, or just began to be, one wild night.
Oh, yeah. Kind of knew that was coming.
Now we're in overtime, so we're waiting on the next green-white checker. These laps are not counting. They can continue to make, in fact, even if we had a red flag, they'd be allowed to continue to make repairs until we're able to restart. Six cars pile up here in overtime.
starts here with a great deal on a new Toyota.
Make this summer the best ever with big savings on many of our most popular models. Offers end June 4th. To find out more about all our great deals, visit Toyota.com.
Get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hello, friends.
I'm back. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard.
This is gonna be fun.
I want some more.
Daddy's got this.
Grab a limited edition Deadpool 2 Mutant Super Soda in stores now and see Deadpool 2 rated R in theaters Friday.
The ballroom is about us. You have to step out onto that runway like you own everything.
You have to do more than just get it close to become legendary. U.S. Open begins June 14th on Fox and FS1.
Mr. Elliott, what's your Wi-Fi password?
Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi's ordinary. Basic. Do I look basic? Nope. Which is why I have Xfinity X5. It's super fast, and you can control every device in the house. Let's basement. And thanks to these X5 clouds, the signal reaches down here, too. So, Sophie, I have an X5 password. And it's Datitude.
Simple, easy, awesome. Xfinity, the future of awesome.
At King's Hawaiian Foods, we believe that when great food and laughs are shared with others, life's just more fun. And who better to share it with than those closest to us, our neighbors. So, pull the grill out front, America. Be sure to have plenty of King's Hawaiian buns and barbecue sauce on hand. And let's make this the summer of the block party. King's Hawaiian Foods. Next time you're grilling, try our delicious King's Hawaiian barbecue sauces, crafted with the irresistible flavors of the islands.
Coming up next on FS1, UFC Fight Night, live from Santiago, Chile.
Santiago, Chile.
Well, they have the octagon. We
Chile.
have the
It's
quad
Chile.
oval. Here at Charlotte
I got
we
Spanish,
still
so
have
I know how to
complete
pronounce
stage
it.
3
Santiago,
with
Chile,
another
not
try
Chile.
at green-white checker. Here's Jamie.
Well, so many unknowns coming into this race tonight, and Brad Keselowski was up there battling for a while, and then I guess you could call it the big one of the night so far. What's your impression of how these cars were racing?
Yeah, they definitely seem to have a little bit of a draft, but you know, we stayed out on 2 tires and we're able to kind of hold it up towards the front, and so you know, track position is super important. But something happened here right in front of me. We had a great restart and we were passing cars, and I just barely hooked the 78 and almost cleared it, and tore the radiator out of it with a discount tire Ford. But we'll go on to normal racing next week for the 600.
Thanks, Brad.
Kyle Busch able to continue. They've been making multiple pit stops and scooting back out before the pace car.
Yeah, if you can see, they're just making adjustments because he has used all of his new tires. No tires left for the 48. You can see they're just pulling the fenders out. He was at back in field anyhow, so why not?
Yeah, he even used the sidewalls of those tires. I mean, they're used up.
So now at the front of the field, 3 drivers that have not pitted since lap 51. Hamlin, Suarez, Larson, and add 6th place Blaney. And 4 drivers who pitted at lap 57, Harvick, Newman, Dillon, and Stenhouse. Everybody else has been on pit road at lap 70 or since then.
I didn't think Suarez with their cars. I don't know if Suarez was upset with Hamlin or Hamlin's upset with Suarez, but there was some communication between those 2 teammates.
Well, those 2 teammates are going to line up side by side on the front row. And again, green-white checker to complete stage 3. Pace cars in.
Here we go.
Larson and Harvick, row 2. Newman and Blaney, row 3. Dillon, Stenhouse, Logano, Elliott. Green flag.
Here we go. Come on. Go, Larson. Yes.
Great job connecting to the rear bumper of Denny Hamlin. Can he clear Suarez? Yes, he does.
Yes. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yes. No. Yes.
Chevrolet to the front. Larson. And
Come on, Larson.
Childress cars.
Do not get loose and spin. Do not get loose.
Wasn't happy with Suarez before. He's really not going to be happy now. It took him 3 wide. Here comes Harvick to the outside.
Suarez going to the inside of the 42, going down to turn 1. Suarez is trying to take the lead.
No.
Next flag ends the stage.
No.
Boy, you saw Larson go down trying to side.
Oh, look at Harvick around the outside of Larson.
Gave the outside to Harvick.
Now Harvick's going to turn.
Come on, Larson. Larson. Go, damn it.
Suarez, can he block all 3 lanes at the same time?
Harvick, go, Harvick.
He's got the momentum. I believe he can do it.
The closer, Harvick, brings him off turn number 4, and Kevin Harvick wins stage 3.
6 in a row.
Wow. Feel like that reminded me of last week in Kansas. Woohoo!
For the second straight stage, Daniel Suarez finishes 2nd and Kyle Larson 3rd. How close was it?
Pretty damn close.
I got scar tissue there. Same thing with any dent or dings on this truck. They all got a story about what happened to them.
It was raining. There was only one way out. I could feel the barbed wire was just digging into the paint.
2 bulls were fighting. Bam, hit the truck. Try explaining that to your insurance company.
Another ding, another scratch. It'll just be another chapter in the story.
Every scar tells a story, and you can tell a lot more stories when your truck is a Chevy Silverado, the most dependable, longest-lasting, full-size pickups on the road.
And the wolf huffed and puffed.
Like you do sometimes, Grandpa?
Well, when you have COPD, it can be hard to breathe. So my doctor said.
Symbicort can help you breathe better, starting within 5 minutes. It doesn't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden symptoms. Symbicort helps provide significant improvement of your lung function. Symbicort is for COPD, including chronic bronchitis and emphysema. It should not be taken more than twice a day. It may increase your risk of lung infections, osteoporosis, and some eye problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it.
Symbicort could mean a day with better breathing. Watch out, Peggy.
Get Symbicort free at SaveOnSymbicort.com. If you can't afford your medication, AstraZeneca may be able to help.
There's nothing better than date empanada.
No. Try it.
Extra spicy mole.
No, sweet mole.
My grandma's tamales.
No way. My wife's a Ramos. I'll talk tacos.
Chicken.
No.
Carne asada.
Let's get carnitas from this truck. No, have 4 this truck.
On flour tortilla.
No, corn.
Hard shell. Solo con Coca-Cola. Now eat this with a Coke. Una Coca-Cola.
Gotta have a Coke.
Now that's what I'm talking about. My tacos are best with a Coke.
Bronze and golden, new and tasty. Cut to close-up of the crispy kernel. That's the name of the sandwich, because it's extra crispy like me. Get it in a $5 bill at KFC.
Got legs of lumber and arms of steel. Eats a bowl of hammers at every meal. He can hold your house in the palm of his hand. He's your old man, not an old man. Big Jim, got you covered. Great Big Jim, there ain't no other.
So, this is covered, right?
Yes, ma'am. Take care of it for you right now.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Jamie. We need some help.
Applebee's new, bigger, bolder grill combos. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood. This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Stage 3 finally complete. Pit road is open. No takers up the front of the field. A couple of cars toward the back that are under repair. Kyle Busch coming in, and Matt Kenseth narrowly avoided contact on that incident that took a number of cars out of the race. Let's join Jamie.
Martin Truex Jr., no practice yesterday. You guys weren't good in practice today. Where did that run tonight come from?
Just, the first time running this package, and just had to roll the dice a bit. We were off, we just missed it the way we came, but had a lot to learn today, and we used it well. Guys did a really good job with our car, and pit stops were really good tonight again, and so we got a lot to be proud of. It just sucks that we couldn't finish it off with a really strong race car, and feel like we maybe had a shot to win it. Just you know, 4 wide going into 3 there. We just all kind of ran out of room. I think the 17, I had him squeezed down so low. I just don't know that he could hold it down there. And I was trying to sell 14 on my outside, and just one of those deals. The end of the race, you know, I knew we had to get through that green white checker to have a shot to win. But I also knew if I would have lifted there and I'd have been the only one that lifted, and the guys I was racing with would have went on and passed me, and we wouldn't have won this thing. So I hate it for everybody, all our guys, and everybody back in Denver. Thanks for a great race car, and 5-Hour, Bass Pro, and everybody that supports us, auto owners. Just we put on a hell of a show, at least while it lasts. That's all I can say.
Thanks, Martin. You did.
Yes, he did. 10 green flag laps to go. Time for tonight's Credit One Bank ones to watch.
The All-Star race is for the fans, and it's for the teams to rise up and show who's the best of the best. And this guy that I've got my eye on, he's trying to do what he did exactly 11 years ago, and that's win the All-Star race. Kevin Harvick.
Jeff, Kyle Larson is tired of not winning. He's tired of finishing second. You want to watch a driver run flat out for 15 miles and 10 laps? You watch that 42 car.
Oh, Danny boy, Danny Suarez, he's going to go for 19 million pesos, and I think he might be able to get them.
I like number 22, Joey Logano. Let me tell you what, this racing reminds me so much of Daytona and Talladega. He's won at both of those places. Logano's got the freshest tires in the front. Logano drives for victory lane.
Well, Joey Logano, Michael, is the only driver in the top 10 who has a teammate also in the top 10, that being Ryan Blaney. Will Blaney be a loyal teammate to Logano, or will he try to win it himself? He'll be one to watch. We've got 10 green flag laps to go. Before we do, here's Chris Myers.
And Mike, just a quick recap. Obviously, the Open put 4 drivers in, so if the 21 that started tonight's All-Star race early, Kurt Busch loose, spins in turn 4. This was on lap 2. And then A.J. Allmendinger on the move early, gaining 16 spots in stage 1, finishing 4th. But it was Harvick who won stage 1 and stage 3.
And that car has been the talk of the town since we started practice this morning. Everybody likes the way that 4 car's running, and look where he's at now.
7 laps to go in stage 2. Allmendinger into the wall. Kyle Busch winning stage 2. And moments ago, Alex Bowman in the 88, spinning at the end of stage 3, so it sent stage 3 into overtime. We had that big wreck involving 7 drivers. You heard Truex talking about it moments ago. He triggered it.
I just love what he said. He's like, if I live, nobody else is going to. And that's the attitude. We talked about it. Well, the pay window is opening. He knew if he let off, he wasn't going to win. He stuck it in there, hoped it worked out. Unfortunately, it didn't.
The headliners caught in that wreck, including Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski. Here is the ride with Kurt Busch.
Oh, man, I love the ride with him. And that's just what it feels like to be in a race car. You can see clear track hit, and then the door just closes. So frustrating, especially this late in the race.
But with 10 to go, it's Kevin Harvick. He's been out in front, it seems like, every race all year since we started this thing. Back up to Jeff Gordon, Darrell Waltrip, and Mike Jewell.
Thanks, Chris. 10 laps to go. The rules are different. Only green flag laps count. Caution laps do not. And there's a different overtime rule. The leader must take the checkered flag under green to win the race and the $1 million. If they wreck on the last lap at turn 4, we'll just start over and do it again.
I think that might happen.
I don't know if I want to be the leader on this restart or any restart. It seems like the leader has gone backwards the last 2 or 3 restarts that we've had.
I'm getting ready to check out, boys.
Harvick's Ford on the outside of Suarez Toyota. 10 to go.
Here we go. For the $1 million. Come on, Harvick. Come on. I bet either Harvick or Larson's going to win. Here we go.
The 19 and the 4 side by side with help.
We've got 2 good pushers there. Blaney on the outside.
Look at Blaney giving Harvick a big push.
Wound up here. You're clear. 19 back inside.
Oh boy.
Boy, nobody wanted to see that now.
Come on, Harvick. Come on.
First stage. Got out front. Nobody could do anything with him.
Boys, we're just getting started. 9 to go.
Yeah, we got to get them wound up.
Go, Dylan. Go, Austin Dillon.
Suarez should be able to close right up on Harvick in a lap or lap and a half.
Particularly if
I know three that's going to maybe win. Harvick, Austin Dillon, or Larson. Kyle Larson.
Austin Dillon coming on the bottom of the 3.
Come on. Go. Go.
I think it's going to take a lot more than just Suarez getting a run. I think you're going to have to see the 11 and the 12 and the 40 and a bunch of them kind of work together to get that line moving, all that momentum.
Johnson's, oh.
Jeff, the 4 just ran his fastest lap of the night, a 31.46.
Oops. Fix that.
That object in Harvick's mirror is getting closer.
Yes, it is.
That being Daniel
It
Suarez.
needs to back up some.
Wait, no lifting. He was wide open. Probably be wide open for 7 more of these laps. There's that big push from the 12 car we talked about.
Boy, that 11 car, he can get down in that third turn if he can never make it stick.
Oh, he did.
He slid up in the front of the 12 car there, Blaney.
Nice move by Hamlin.
He really gets into 3, I think, better than anybody I've seen all night. Hamlin
He does.
6 laps to go, and a quarter of a second is the difference between $1 million and $250,000.
No love lost there between Jimmy Johnson and Larson as he goes to the outside of Jimmy Johnson.
Oh, boy, look what happened to Johnson. I mean,
man, look at that run on
go by
22.
Left and right.
Damn. What happened, Johnson?
Stuck in the middle.
Go, Elliott. Dylan, what the hell happened, Dylan?
Guys got a little bit fresher tires. Starting to work
Go,
their way
Elliott.
to the top 5.
Go,
Will that
Harvick.
play
Go,
out?
Larson.
Yeah, Elliott
Go, Larson, go.
lap 70.
Yes, come on.
Like when the 4 car, he's really mirror driving his Suarez and those guys behind him, trying to figure out where they're going to go and break their momentum.
Daniel Suarez just ran his fastest lap of the race.
Quicker than Harvick by about a 10. Whoa, boy.
Yeah,
Go, Larson. No, Elliott. Elliott, damn it.
Trying to get by Blaney, but it didn't work out.
Come on, Larson.
Boy, he's going to lose 2 or 3 spots here now. Jimmy Johnson's to the outside of him.
Suarez's best hope is that Hamlin comes up to help.
Yeah, and I think that's what he needs. If he can get Hamlin to push him a little bit, they might be able to get to Harvick.
They better not.
Oh, car sideways in turn 3 and 4.
That was Blaney. He smashed off the wall and continues. 3 to go.
Come on.
That's how hard everybody's pushing right now, Mike. I mean, that 12 car just went in and just lost it.
I think this 42 is going to be a factor of Larson and what can materialize.
Come on.
And maybe get that run that we're talking about with Suarez or Hamlin.
That 4 car is just good enough in all the right places. He gets off the corners good. He's got just a little bit of straightaway speed on these guys.
Oh, look at that 22
in the wall.
Logano, yeah, he made contact.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Caution flag.
Stop, stop. Stop.
Well, we saw with the 22 of Logano.
Yes.
Got a late run.
Wow.
On the outside of Larson.
How about that? I don't think Larson ever did anything. Just slid through the grass.
I think as Logano came off the wall, they made contact.
Yeah, they did. They were slicing and dicing.
I mean, we've talked about this. You just don't
Fuck.
lift. You got to stay in the gas.
So watch the yellow number 22 Ford of Logano coming into frame at turns 3 and 4.
And this Logano up on the outside. You see if the 42 maybe comes up in front of him.
Yeah, I think the 42 got a little bit tight there behind the 11. And then he came up the track. That just ran the 22 wide.
I think Logano bounced off the wall. When he did it, shot him over to the left a little bit and got him into Larson. Accidentally?
I don't know if it was accidental
I said,
or not.
do you think that was accidentally?
You were saying earlier how in control of the cars they were. You tell me.
All right, keep coming there. All right, keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming there.
Probably not accident.
It's hard to judge intent.
I'm with you, Mike. You know who would decide whether it was accidentally or not? W.
Yes.
Look at that.
With those exhaust pipes going into the grass.
And the roof flap comes up, and I mean, it's just amazing. And you know what I love about that? He hadn't quit driving it. I mean, he's staying in the gas. He's working it. He's working it.
Yeah, he hasn't locked it down yet.
Nope.
He caught one of those storm drains.
Wow.
Airborne.
That thing is, what a ride. Woo.
Man, that was a ride.
So once this comes to rest, would you like to see that in real time?
Sit, boy, sit.
Pit stops, Vince.
Well, it's amazing there wasn't more damage done to that 42, but they didn't have to do any repair. They did have a set of stickers here in the pit, so they put those sticker tires on, made chassis adjustments, took some tape off the front end. With only a couple of laps to go, it's going to be a long run to the front, but at least Kyle Larson's got some fresh rubber to try to do it.
Same for Ricky Stenhouse and Ryan Blaney getting tires on pit road. Austin Dillon was also just in.
Mike, those tires may not be a big advantage now, but if we go a couple more cautions here, they could turn out to be.
Roof flaps deploy at speed as that car gets sideways or with its tail to the wind to help keep that car on the ground. Larry McReynolds with more.
Yeah, let's use our Ford Performance car. You know, I just cringe when I see a car get in the grass because I just feel like it's real vulnerable to become airborne. Look at how the air flows over the back of the car, and the minute that pressure changes over the roof right there, those roof flaps deploy. And as the air is going under the car, it lets it go up through those cow flaps, and all of those things sits the car back on the ground. Those roof flaps, if you're ever sitting on an airplane and it goes to land and you see those flaps come up, they act almost the same way. It's one of the greatest safety innovations outside of safer barriers that our sport has.
And Larry, look how much bigger they've gotten through the years. I mean, there used to be two little flaps up there. Now they're huge. The whole roof opens up.
And among others, credit avid pilot and NASCAR team owner Jack Roush with a lot of the development of those roof flaps, and then the cowl flaps were added later, as you see there at the back of the hood on Kyle Larson's car.
That's a story for another time, but Bill France Jr. and the NASCAR jet and a car tied to a trailer is how they developed those roof flaps, along with the help of Jack Roush.
2 laps to go.
I think the decision-making really comes into the 4-car of Kevin Harvick. Which lane is he going to pick based on who is going to be lined up behind him and can push him and try to get that lead again?
Well, running in 5th, Jimmy Johnson's tires are 23 laps fresher than Harvick's and almost 30 laps newer than those of Suarez and Hamlin. They're 10 laps better than Logano's. What's Team 48 thinking?
Good job. We still got the best tires of anybody in the top 10 by at least 10 laps.
You know what I love about Chet? Look at him. Chet, look, we've done all we can do for you, buddy. It's up to you now. That's that look he has.
Well, and to his point, I mean, he's putting him in the best position, put him in the best position he possibly can. You're the first car with the least amount of laps on your tires.
Johnson trying to win his 5th All-Star race. He's in 5th place. As you watch our aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, everything they learn making tires for the grueling demands of NASCAR inspires what rolls into yours. Goodyear, official tire of NASCAR.
Interesting selection by Harvick, Mike. He's got the 22, which is a Ford behind him, but he lets Suarez and the 11 line up on the inside. I don't know. It's a gamble.
Well, but I just think Logano, besides being in a Ford, he's a very aggressive restarter and pusher on these restarts. Now, he might not stay on his rear bumper for very long if he gets the opportunity.
I think it's interesting to get those two teammates lined up with each other because Suarez has got a fast car.
So it's Suarez inside of Harvick, Hamlin inside of Logano,
That's
Jimmy
it.
Johnson inside of his teammate Chase Elliott, then McMurray,
Come on.
Allmendinger, and Kyle Busch, the top 10.
You saw a little damage to the rear bumper, that 19 of Suarez. Will that affect Hamlin being able to push him to the front?
Minor damage right now.
16 cars, all on the lead lap. Casey Kane has got enough free passes.
Yep, I agree with you.
Car, so
Suarez is back number to somebody that knows.
That was on purpose. I know it was.
Denny Hamlin doesn't care what that hurt.
Remember the unique overtime
See.
rules. The winner must take the checkered
19.
flag under green.
Oh.
2 to go.
I want Harvick to win, make it 4 to make it 6 wins.
Green flag.
Come on, Harvick. Go, Harvick.
Almost got the 4 car. I think that 19 might clear it. Jimmy Johnson down on the inside. He's digging.
Both wheels? No. I only got that
I
one.
really think Suarez could have gotten up in front of the 4 Harvick right there. It would have been
Yeah.
risky, but I think he could.
When this goes off.
I'll take that light and look on that table.
Okay.
1 lap to go.
Now, what kind of
Sponsored by
card
Credit
first?
One Bank.
If it ain't on the table, put on the card, okay?
Yeah.
1 to go.
Yep.
Who's leading?
Harvick.
31 and Newman.
He's still up there. He's still going. I think he's going to be okay.
Everybody gets by.
No stay green.
Joey Logano, Daniel Suarez. Will they have a chance at Kevin Harvick?
Side by side.
Suarez really sailed that thing into 3rd turn. He's going to come out in 2nd place.
The closer, Kevin Harvick.
6 wins.
Yep.
The Monster Energy All-Star Race.
He got the million win.
Yep.
With $1 million. Hell yeah. Yep.
Hell of a job, man. Hell of a job, guys.
Harvick's first and only other All-Star win came 11 years ago to the day, May 19, 2007.
It's just hard to bet against that guy right there. Holy cow.
That final restart is going to be our 5-hour energy big move of the race. And let's take a look and see if Daniel Suarez had the opportunity to come up here on this restarted battle.
I thought both rows did a fantastic job pushing. You're thinking of the 11 and the 22. They did perfectly. Watch the 11 come up and get to the left rear of Kevin Harvick. Stalls him out.
50
Right here's
people
what
watching.
happened. The 22 really gives
Harvick won.
22 gives the 4 a huge push. But he never released him until he got halfway down the back.
And I was wrong. The 19, he was not clear. He couldn't have made that move.
That's from that. I got
take a lot of credit for putting that.
I got about 60
We were
more
wondering how that was
views.
going to work. It worked beautifully for
And I'll
Kevin.
get about 60 more by next weekend.
That's your 5-hour energy big move of the race.
Here we go.
Kevin Harvick taking the checkered flag as tonight's Sunoco fueling victory. Meanwhile, Daniel Suarez made almost 5 million pesos.
Good for him.
$250,000.
But you know what? Kevin Harvick's getting really good at this burnout thing. Have you noticed that?
You know what? Practice makes perfect. Oh my gosh, is there any race he can't win right now?
Well, that's his 6th win this year.
Second win in the All-Star race.
He's done 3 in a row twice this year.
They won with Tony Stewart.
I want to see if he makes it 4 in a row next weekend. At the points race at Charlotte. Yeah. What?
Harvick has become the second driver
Yeah,
to win the
and
All-Star
lighter.
race more than once.
And lighter. Hold up.
No need to lie.
Chambers hits first. All-Star victory, and the crew climbs the fence. How about that?
They've been climbing more after this night's over with.
Well, we said it was the crew's weekend to shine with the no speed limit pit stop and the work they did tonight. Well done.
Those crews are a lot like the caddies that, you know, for the golf when the guy wins the tournament. I kind of feel that Harvick will take pretty good care of that.
Well, I just give a tremendous amount of credit to Kevin Harvick and Rodney Childers on how they tuned this car. It wasn't perfect.
I was going to wash it out.
Ended up that way. Here's Vince.
Well, what a great run from Daniel Suarez and company. They won stage 2 of the Open.
restarted on the front row with 2 to go alongside Kevin Harvick. What was the difference in those final 2 laps?
Man, I feel like we had a car actually capable to win the race. We were very strong, competitive. For whatever reason, racers, my car was taking like 1 lap to go. And those guys, when 2 boards were connected, they were pretty strong. And I needed a little bit more right there at the 11, just disconnect myself a little bit, and I tried to side draft the 4, but it was just tough. After that, it was pretty much game over because I started racing the 22 instead of the 4. But for all my guys, we've been racing obviously in the All-Star twice already in 2 attempts, so that is not bad, but it hurts to be close and to not get it.
Daniel Suarez, 2nd place tonight. Jamie?
And what a comeback for Joey Logano. Ended up finishing the race 3rd. You had a lot to do with that win there on the 4. I'm sure he'll come over and thank you. Cheddar Smith, his car chief, came over and thanked you. But what happened there with you and the 42? How are you checking out the damage?
Oh, he just ran me in a wall, and we collided after that. So that's his fault. Oh well. Man, I thought we were being in good position there. We had the freshest tires, and we just restarted on the bottom. The bottom was just so tough to get going, and the top would line up and roll on the starts, and that 5th place starting spot was kind of the first one to go back, and I lost a bunch of spots, and then was able to get some of them back, and I thought that last restart behind Kevin, I was like, I'm going to push, and you know, I could have gone 3 wide at one point, but all that would have happened is the bottom guys would have just pushed by us, and neither Kevin or I would have won. So I was committed. I had to push, and then once we got clear, that was my shot to try to get him. I just couldn't clear the 19 quite fast enough to run down the 4. But overall, it was a fun night at the Show Pensacola Ford. We went back to the front, to the back to the front. I think we passed the most cars. We battled hard, and it's a lot of fun racing with nothing to lose. I wish every race was this much fun to where you just go for it and you don't think about anything else. So it's a fun night. Not the $1 million, not the goal, but we had a good time.
Thanks, Joey. It's fun watching you. Ben?
Well, and Kyle Larson had that contact with Joey Logano. I thought you were going to have a shot at winning this thing. Still ended up 7th, but I know it's
he was going to win it.
How did you see the contact with the 22?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to carry as much throttle as I can.
Okay, it's Kane's car.
The package pretty slow, and I just got really, really tight. I tried to bail, and I mean, he tried to leave me as much room as he could, and I was trying to leave him room, you know, once I realized I wasn't really going to make the corner, and shoved him in the wall, and he obviously retaliated, but, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, I guess, you know, I want to be frustrated because I got wrecked on purpose, but I put him in the fence, too, so, but all in all, I hate to admit it, but the package was kind of fun, at times, anyways. I'd hate to go this slow every week, but I think for select tracks, it was pretty good. You know, I think here at Charlotte it was fun, and I'm not really sure what other tracks would be good at right now, but for my seat, it was a good time. Tough to pass, you know. You try and pull off to the bottom, and you get kind of hung out down there if you couldn't clear the guy, and there'd be a line of them behind you, and you kind of had to find a hole to get back into. So, and then you know, I didn't feel like we had nearly the speed the 78 had, especially, and then the 18, and then the 4 was pretty good. He had a really good restart there when I think I got inside Denny maybe. So that allowed him to get the win there, I felt like. But if I could ever just got to lead, you never really know how my car would have been out in clean air. But handling-wise, it was good. Our credit on Big Shaggy was good, but speed-wise, it was a little off.
11 years ago tonight, he took home 7 figures. His second All-Star victory, another $1 million payday. And it's a special one, the 50th win for Stewart-Haas Racing. Patented 4-car night, it wasn't easy.
No, we got a little behind on the first pit stop, and traffic wasn't our friend. I mean, these guys built a really, really fast Jimmy John's Ford. Just got to say thank you to the aero department, the fab shop, all the guys in the engineering CFD side of things. And a special thanks to the Roush Yates engine department. They put a lot of effort. They love restrictor plate racing. And we won. So just got to thank Jimmy John's, Bush, Ford, Mobil 1, Outback, Hunt Brothers, Morton Buildings, Textron Off-Road, Lift Masters,
Haas Automation, and everybody at SHR for everything you guys do. I mean, this is just unbelievable.
Was there any debate about lane choice, knowing who would be lining up behind you?
Well, I just didn't feel like, I mean, our car was super fast. I could accelerate well, and if I could just get to turn 2 even, I felt like we were going to accelerate past them on the backstretch. I was not very good on the bottom. I would push and slide, but in a straight line, man, this thing was a rocket.
Congratulations, Kevin Harvick, his second All-Star victory.
So it's been a fun night, an all-star break, $1 million on the line, and the Harvick historic pace continues with his 6th win of the year, although this one doesn't count in the books, and officially for Harvick. You know, 10 times, Michael, the driver won the all-star race, went on to win the championship. Our own Jeff Gordon did that, and Darrell Waltrip too.
And he's the favorite to do just that. That car's been spot on all year long, but what I love, Chris, is everybody had so much fun. Whether you won the race like Harvick, sure, it's easy to be happy in victory lane, but you saw Logano, you heard Kyle Larson. These guys enjoyed the package. They loved running 2 and 3 wide, and I loved watching it.
Yeah, even those who didn't win, Mike, Darrell, and Jeff, they had that $1 million smile on afterwards.
Well, wasn't it fun to see all the runs people would get and all the different lines that were being tried?
I knew it was going to be exciting, and I was not disappointed. It was a great race. I enjoyed every minute of it.
I did too. I thought it showcased the All-Star race and what NASCAR Cup racing and the fans are all about tonight. That was a blast.
And Chris, my hero was Casey Kane, who fought his way back to the front. 5 laps down to finish not just on the lead lap, but 10th.
Amen. And what an effort from A.J. Allmendinger, Daniel Suarez, guys maybe who didn't wind up winning, certainly, but put on a good show for the fans and for their competitors.
Yeah, and Kyle Busch as well. We saw him tore all to pieces. He got a top 10 finish. And after that big spin for Larson, after contact from Logano, all the way back up inside the top 10 as well. So there were some great stories. You could make some big runs. But I tell you, Chris, whether you're at Daytona, Talladega, or here at Charlotte with these rules, you put the fastest car out in front, that's a day's work to run him down, no matter how much help you get. And we saw that with Kevin Harvick. That car out front was just too strong to overcome.
Yeah, and you look back at how it looked in 2007, his first All-Star win, and this just moments ago. And, you know, Stewart-Haas Racing, Tony Stewart won the first ever race for Stewart-Haas. That was an All-Star race. And he's celebrating his birthday tomorrow. He's not here, but I'm sure he's watching, keeping a close eye on the success of Kevin Harvick and that race team. The UFC Fight Night coming up next, right here on FS1. And we had a sampling. It'll be very different. NASCAR's longest race, longest night, the Coca-Cola 600. Kevin Harvick has won that race a couple of times. Can he keep this thing rolling? And don't forget, Race Up Monday through Thursday on FS1 for all your NASCAR needs. That was a fun NASCAR night for Victor Gonzalez, his son Roman, and Darren Foster, and our entire crew. I'm Chris Myers. Thanks for being a part of NASCAR on FS1.
Peace out, guys. Bye.